Personas. Very easy to set up. Now I'm going to take you straight to the demo. So this is live running software, folks. This is not some canned demo that we put together for the show. So I know you'll understand if the demo gods decide to get involved with it, and you'll be forgiven if so. So yeah, it's our live MyPersonas running on our AWS instance. This brings us to the login page. You can log in with different methods of authentication. It could be Microsoft Active Directory. It could be MyPersonas authentication that's been set up. I'm going to use Google authentication to take me into MyPersonas because that's already set up. And this takes you to the dashboard of the MyPersonas Management Console. This is where your admin who is setting up the system or administering the system would create the different MyPersonas of your subject matter experts, your SMEs. In this dialog here, create a new MyPersona. As you just walk somebody through a few steps where they upload a video of themselves and then upload an audio sample of their voice. And that's how we create the likeness of the SME that is familiar to your organization or to your customers or any of your stakeholders. And this is one of the key differentiators between MyPersonas and the other digital avatar products that are starting to pop up, in that we are cloning the people that are already familiar to your org and to your people, which multiplies their availability and gives them the kind of benefit of having that kind of capability where information is available 24/7. And this is also where you add the knowledge to the MyPersona. The knowledge is a very important part. It's what grounds the MyPersona in the information that you want to make available through the clone, through the MyPersona. And I can show you what that looks like. I've got MyPersona set up here. I'll click on Manage Knowledge, and this takes you in and shows you the 3 different categories of information that currently we support to be able to add to the MyPersona's knowledge. So the first are files. We support over 50 different file types. You can upload those files to the knowledge. You can then click on integration as another option. If you click here, this populates any integrations that are set up. We currently have IgniteTech's Jive employee engagement platform, which is another product that's in use by customers all over the world with tens of thousands of employees to keep their employees fully informed and sharing documents and the like. But this could be any software product. It's a very simple API setup that we provide that can integrate with off-the-shelf products or even custom developed software. That's another point. And then number 3 is what's called Q&A. Now, Q&A is a really important part of the knowledge because this is how the knowledge continues to be enriched. The human, the owner, as we often refer to it, who is connected or tethered to their digital persona that is running under MyPersonas, is used when there is a question that is asked that the current knowledge can't fulfill. There is a connection out to the human owner where they can answer the question and enhance the knowledge. And I'm going to show that here in the demo. So I'll come back to the dashboard, and now you see this little button here. It's called in UI UX terms, that's a floating action button. You can move that anywhere on the screen. This is not a web browser extension. This is actually embedded, an embedded interface in any web app or web page that's been provisioned or authorized. If you click on that, this is what the user would see. They would see the various MyPersonas that have been made available to them. So this could be different roles. This could be the HR manager. This could be the head of legal, the head of product. It could be somebody leading customer support. Whoever the organization is trying to make available these different roles and these different subject matter experts. Now, in my case, I've only got 2. Both of them are me, but we're going to focus on this one here because this is not only am I the CEO of IgniteTech, but I am also an expert on the AI conference here. And all of us that came here this week, whether an attendee or a speaker and exhibitor, we all probably had different questions. We peppered the people running the conference with emails and social posts and filling out forms asking basic questions like, where's a good hotel to stay at? What's the address of the conference venue if you're an exhibitor? What are the show floor hours? How do I order equipment for my booth? If I'm a speaker, when's my speaking slot, etc. Right? Wouldn't it have been fantastic if you had a MyPersona that you could have gone to and very simply and easily asked any of those questions? I'm going to show you what that looks like. So if I click on this, this opens up the MyPersona and starts that process. I'm going to start a new chat. Hello, I am Eric Vaughan's MyPersona. How can I help you today? Great. And so now you're interacting with the MyPersona, who's the expert on the AI conference. And I'm going to ask it a question that I absolutely had prior to this. I am a speaker at the upcoming AI conference. Will there be a confidence monitor available for speakers? When I ask that question, It's looking in the knowledge.
Yes, there will be a confidence monitor available for speakers at the AI conference. This feature is designed to provide an additional layer of support for presenters during their talks.
Okay, so that's helpful. That's great. It's just what I need to know, but I actually need a little bit further information. Great. Do you know if the confidence monitor will be showing speaker notes in presentation mode, which is something speakers prefer? We can keep track during our presentation of what's the next slide and the like. So it's a common question. I'm going to ask that question. It's again checking the knowledge that it has.
I have contacted my owner for more information.
Okay, great. So this is where the magic really starts to happen. It didn't have that answer, and so it has connected out to the human owner. I'm going to come back to that here in just a second. A couple of other things, though, I want to show you before I do is, for example, show you how multimodal works. You don't have to type everything. You can speak your question. Can you tell me what the address for the conference venue is?
The conference venue is located at Pier 27 along the Embarcadero in San Francisco.
Okay, that's super helpful. But I also want to show you another feature that is incredibly important, and that is your subject matter experts can now speak 160 different languages, or however many languages that the LLMs support. This is unbelievably empowering. Please repeat that answer in French.
Le lieu de la conférence est situé au Pier 27, le long du Embarcadero à San Francisco.
Please repeat that answer in Hindi.
Conference venue Pier 27 के साथ साथ एम्ब्राडेरो में San Francisco में स्थित है.
Okay, now please answer in English.
The conference venue is located at Pier 27 along the Embarcadero in San Francisco.
And by the way, don't you love that about LLMs? I said, no, please answer in English. It knew I meant now, please answer in English. This forgiving nature of interacting with AI is one of the things that I think really encourages people to use it. So, great. So I cannot overstate how important it is that we have enabled your SMEs to be available with their knowledge in multiple languages all around the world. Incredibly important for anybody dealing with multiple geographies, different constituencies that speak different languages. People want to interact in their own language. So that's super important. Now, back to the reach out to the owner. You can see, first of all, there's a new panel that keeps track of all the questions that were forwarded out to the owners. Second of all, in line, you can see it says pending answer. And if I expand that, you'll see the full question that went there. And so that was sent out to the owner. And when that was sent out, what that means is an email was sent to the owner directly to ask the question. And they can answer directly via email. Or MyPersonas has an iOS and an Android app that's available. And so a notification appeared on their devices, on the owner's devices, to let them know it had an incoming question. Now, this is very asynchronous. The owner may be available right now and may answer while you're actually talking, which is amazing. It might be an hour later that it will that the person will answer, or it could be, who knows, when they get back from vacation early next week. But all of that is tracked by the system, and all of that is there. Let me show you what that looks like. Using macOS and iOS's latest features, I can actually share my iPhone. You can see it here. This is actually my live running iPhone that's sitting here next to me. If I click connect, it's going to connect to my iPhone 16 Pro, and it's going to take me into the MyPersonas app. So this is actually my live running iPhone here. And again, I'm going to log in with Google credentials, and it shows that I have an unread notification coming from this MyPersona, the CEO of IgniteTech and the AI conference expert. And if I click on that, you can see the question that I asked. Specifically, I'm looking for details on whether it will display speaker notes in presentation mode. And I'm going to answer that question now and say, no, it will not show speaker notes. It will be mirroring the slides that are being presented. So I'm going to answer that on my iPhone and send that back.
To the question, great, do you know if the confidence monitor will be showing speaker notes in presentation mode? The owner replied, no, it will not show speaker notes. It will be mirroring the slides that are being presented.
Now, that's absolutely amazing. So several things happen. Number one, forwarded questions. You can see the answer now it shows us answered it in this panel. In line, you can see that it actually updated that and added the answer. And it's important to keep that in line because you might have a long conversation with a My Persona and you want to go back and look at that in context. So there it is there. But even more importantly, I want to come back to that Q&A section. If I just close this and go back to the management console and click on Manage Knowledge and click on Q&A, you see the question now in Q&A that the system put in here. If I click Edit, you'll see the question, you can see the answer, and here is where the owner could augment the information that's in here or correct something if they answered incorrectly. I mean, it's really incredible because what that now did is enrich the knowledge of that My Personas. And let me show you exactly what I mean by that. If I come back and I say, do you know if the confidence monitor will show speaker notes in presentation mode? When I ask that question,
The confidence monitor will not show speaker notes in presentation mode. Instead, it will mirror the slides being presented.
now that is where the patent pending technology really shines in My Personas. You can see we have enriched the knowledge. It did not have to reach back out to the owner. So the next time that question is asked, it can answer directly from its knowledge. And this is a cumulative process that really enriches the value of the interactions. The use cases are endless. We're always so excited when we hear so many ideas. It's so important, this idea of this knowledge being updated. And so over time, what happens is the knowledge base gets smarter and smarter, the pings go down further and further, and people can get back to doing real things with their lives. So, thank you. Thank you.